beginning with the bad about Marcus Smart and where the negative narratives are coming from with him, and kind of acknowledging them. Yes, the one about his durability lately does happen to be true. Only playing 34 games last season, only playing 20 during the 2023-24 NBA season, accounting for a grand total of 54 games out of a possible 164. Obviously that's not too good. Though if you look a bit deeper and acknowledge the fact that he likely could have played more if he played for a better team that was actually in playoff contention, last season finishing with the Washington Wizards, who really didn't want to play him that much due to having younger guys that they wanted to get on the court and develop on the court, only playing enough to showcase him a little bit in the hopes that they'd be able to find a trade for him, which obviously didn't happen. And then the prior year with Memphis, not only did he get hurt, but John Morant got hurt, Jaren Jackson was hurt, pretty much their entire team was hurt, and they were far away from playoff contention, so they opted to let him rest and recover, rather than try to bring him back and push him back to end the season with their team. So factoring that in here, I guarantee he probably could have played about 20 to 40 more games than he actually did. Still not good, and even that would only account for maybe 80 to 90 games out of a possible 164, so it's still not very good, but it could have been a whole lot better. And then the fact that he did have a healthy offseason, entered it healthy, didn't have to have a surgery or go through a major recovery, that's a good sign for Marcus Smart. And I mean, it does happen very often that a veteran player gets hurt in their late 20s to early 30s, are then given up on and given the title of being washed up. I mean, pointing to a guy like Steven Adams, for example, coming off a few injury-prone seasons in a row. Really, the last time he was healthy was back in 2022. Many had given up on him, labeled him a bad contract that nobody should want, and ended up coming back and making a big impact for the Houston Rockets, both during the regular season and especially during the postseason. So in my opinion, I don't think there is any reason to believe that Marcus Smart can't do the same thing. Yes, again, he did come off 2 injury years in a row, but now with him being healthy and entering this season being healthy again for the first time in a couple of years now, I think that he definitely can get back to what he once was, or kind of some semblance of it. No, maybe not the athletic ability that he had in his prime, but I think he can definitely be a dog on defense yet, definitely can apply some good on-ball pressure, and fill the role that the Lakers are hoping that he can fill for their team. And like I said, he definitely has plenty of motivation to do it, with many have given up on him, given him labels that I don't think he has really earned quite yet. I think he has all the fuel that he needs to have a resurgent year for the Lakers. And here's what Marcus Smart directly said about that, and acknowledging that narrative too.
Where are you in terms of motivation at this stage of your career, considering, you know, the way the last couple stops went after Boston, and also just physically compared to the guy who won Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, I'm very motivated. You know, the last 2 years for me was, in my eyes, a disappointment. You know, injuries kind of stopped me and held me back, but like I told my wife and my family, you know, everything happens for a reason. And it's funny that 12 years ago, I could have been here, and now it's full circle and I'm here. And like I said, everything happens for a reason. And I just look at those reasons was for me to be here, you know, to not play, and for people to look at me and say, you know what, maybe he isn't the same. And now that allows me to be in a place where I'm supposed to be.
Maybe it's obvious, but what will your role be here?
Just to be me, you know, come in and do what I do, and that's, you know, a tenacious defender, you know, just bringing the intensity that I bring, my leadership, my basketball IQ as well, but just being the pest that I've always been.
Like I said, Marcus Smart is fully aware of the doubts surrounding him, the narrative saying that he's not the player that he once was and really can't get back to it. He's aware of it, and I imagine that's giving him plenty of fuel to maybe get back to some semblance of that player. Again, I'm not saying he directly has to be what he was in his prime, and I don't think the Lakers think that either. They're simply hoping for the version of Marcus Smart that can help them on defense, the guy that can be a great leader for their team, the guy that has plenty of playoff background and can help them in those situations, and once they get to the postseason, that's what they're hoping for here from Marcus Smart. And he's fully aware of that too. He's not trying to be the player that he was back in his prime. He's not trying to be the guy that is a top 3 option on their team or top 4 option scoring wise. He's simply looking to fill the role that they brought him in to fill, and that Luka Doncic directly contacted him about and directly recruited him to their team to fill too, which is a real thing, by the way.
And, you know, when you get a guy like Luka calling, referencing, checking on you, trying to see where you at to see, and that if you want to come and, you know, join something special that he's trying to cook up over here, And for him to say that, to see that he can really use my help, that meant a lot. Played against Luka a lot. Been on a lot of opposing ends of, Luka magic, and to be able to come out and be on his side at this time means a lot.
Yes, you probably heard about it, but the fact that Luka Doncic actually reached out to him and directly recruited him to their team, both himself and DeAndre Ayton, really says a lot about the player that Marcus Smart is, the player that Luka Doncic views him as, and the player that he thinks could help their team right now and going forward too. I think that says a lot about Luka Doncic wanting him, the team wanting him and agreeing with Luka Doncic, and the player that they think Marcus Smart can be for them too. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.